Okay, well, I don't see anything immediately, so I must be missing something simple. There might be a path right there. You...
Lie down and dream of blazing flames.
Line out! Faster!
Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna go around. I might freeze to death here. Let's see. Yeah, there's an ending. Spaceships look in the sky. I know about it. A gift from a friend. Anyway, what I'm trying to figure out is how the hell I'm supposed to get to this fort. Because it doesn't look like there's a pathway? Nope. Is this it? This is it. Okay, they're not going to let me go up. Okay. But yeah, I know about the spaceship. I spotted it earlier. I wasn't sure if it was a spaceship, but that's a good confirmation. Now, we might have a blizzard rolling in. Okay. Let's pop that. Oh. And somebody said that you can kill a crusher with an explosive arrow. They were wrong. You can't kill a crusher at all with an explosive anything. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's wait for my biddies to come back. Hit me again, boyo! Let's do that again. There's a thing in the way. Ow. Yeah, so I'm going to be slowly freezing to death. It's weirdly poetic, but that's okay. I think this is the toughest of all of the crushers I've fought in the game so far. As in, small arena, not a whole lot of room to maneuver. And I'm probably gonna get popped a couple of times. Luckily, he's not following me, so he's actually making this rather easy. Okay, now he's following me. There we go. It's just gonna be kind of slow. But that's just how these guys work. And honestly, like, archery or not, this is actually the easiest way to kill these guys. It doesn't even do that much They don't even do that much damage. Eh, they do. Okay. Slam out. Don't want to risk it. If I had a moment, I would actually pop some of those max HP boosters. Or not boosters, recovery things. Because that would offset the cold. As long as we don't get cars dropped on us, or a blizzard, we're good. Which is kind of a... Ow. Which is kind of a comfort. It amuses me that the Crusher is literally just the last boss. Because I more or less spent all of tonight mastering them. I guess I've only fought, what? This is my fourth? That's not so bad. Okay, science. Nope. Got him. Okay, he's weak to fire arrows, not explosive arrows. There's the answer. Anyway, I think that's actually more or less it. We got a little bit left, but, that's it, at least for the major zones. Let's see, how many lives do I still have? A lot. I think it's like 8. Plus whatever I get from this one, plus that crusher probably actually dropped an extra life. Okay, so now we want to go to the rocket, which I guess is straight up there. Yeah, there it is. The fact that this might even be... Wait. No way are we riding that. We are launching the shit out of that. And nothing more. Anyway, I'm not freezing to death anymore, which is a good sign. Okay. Wow, that is really stingy on the iron. Plenty of scrap metal, though, which is kind of nice. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to be fighting. It's not 8 anymore. It might be more than 8 at this point. Let's see. Let me double check. How many lives do I have? Nope, it's a lot more than 8. I got 11. I've got 11 lives left. Let's just kind of bro out here for a couple hours. Actually, no. Let's go back to, let's go back home. Frustratingly enough, I've actually got an invasion showing up shortly. Now we could just head for the, see, do I have all the followers? No, I do not. Do I need them? Like, is there some kind of good ending, bad ending that I should care about?
So, Rascal, what did you get up to while I was gone?
Ghani was outside so long ago while gathering supplies that she nearly lost a couple.
Because I could get, I could go out and get people at this point. Like, it's not actually a big deal. I'm missing, Reese, and I guess somebody called Lissa or Issa. But, like, honest question, do I have to recruit everybody? Or does it not really matter? First time I think I've seen a Ripper in one of these raids. Okay, so I don't actually have to get everybody. It's purely just, it's purely just a convenience thing. Is that it? No. It is not. Yeah, if you want to be, if you want to be like... Oh, God damn it. Did not all of them spawn? I think there's a Ripper out here somewhere. Well, I could just quit out of the game. That might cause it to respawn properly. But yeah, if there's a reason why I shouldn't just immediately go launch that rocket, please let me know quick. Because I'm going to go launch that rocket, and then I'm going to go eat dinner. Because I am a hungry boy. Oh. It looks like we just are randomly going to recruit somebody. Sweet. Well, luckily I've got the houses for them. And we've got tons of resources. Okay, do it. Cool. It looks like we're still under attack, but it's bugged, so who cares? What's up? Oh, rhyme.
Hi, I'm Rhyme.
Ash. So, Rhyme, what are you doing here?
I've been hanging back, watching you for a while.
Fair enough. You can never be too careful.
Exactly. Hard to tell what's normal anymore.
You met many others out there?
Enough to know here is a place I'd like to stay.
We're always looking for good people,
I'm really good at staying hidden, out of sight.
but anyone can do that, right?
Can anyone walk so quietly no one can see or hear?
But what happened exactly to make you approach us?
I guess I got careless. Monsters, you know. I got some scars.
Yeah, tell me about it. You should see mine.
Maybe some other time.
So, woodcutting, I mean, sure, why not? Why is her health above
So-
maximum?
How about it then? Want to join the camp?
Really? You mean it? Yes, of course.
I really wish the NPCs did more interesting things, to some degree. Like, it'd be really cool if you could actually, if you could actually have them, like, go out and do missions for you. Wow. All of the achievements in this game are hidden. That's a bit of a shame. If all of them were visible, Oh. Wait, was that... Oh, did it reset the, It reset the encounter. I mean, that's kind of nice. It's better than some of the alternatives. I'm just gonna leave those there. Doesn't look like any of the rippers are in the area. That it? Are we done? Oh, there's a ripper. Why? What the? Okay, that's confusing. This game has its problems. I think this guy's just busted. Got anybody else out here? Doesn't really look like it. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go fire that rocket. Whatever's up with the pace, it'll get fixed at a different date or something. I don't really know. Was it? Behind you now. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. But yeah, it looks like the Ripper AI is still busted. I'm a little curious about how this passes 1.0. Chances are... My general assumption is they just ran out of money to, like, justify continued development on this game. There we go. attack is over, so I'm gonna go eat some food, and then, well, not in real life. I'm gonna eat some food in game. We're gonna go launch that rocket and hope that's the end of the game. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, this game is overly ambitious for their skills and budget. Yeah, and I will give them a lot of credit. It is actually quite impressive for what they did, but for a game that only had 5 enemy types, they stretched it out to a, geez, 15, 20 hours or something like that. Yeah, like, they did really well considering, and if they could get more budget for the next one and use what they know, I bet it wouldn't actually be half bad. At the same time, I would prefer smaller scope. Because honestly, like, after I finished the first area, I'd seen more or less every unit type, I think. The only unit type I hadn't seen so far was a feeder, actually. Next half of this game is survival on the moon. Oh, dude, that reminds me of that weird... It was like Subnautica in space, but with like Russian... Like a lot of weird Russian humor. I'm trying to remember the name of that game, because it was awesome. Oh, son of a butt. How hard is this going to be to traverse? Okay, the answer is... not too bad. Breath Edge, that's the one. I liked Breath Edge. I thought that was a really charming game. I wonder... I should check their updates and see if they've gotten anything. Oh, come on. Nope. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Screw this. And where did I put it? I think I know where I put it. Let's see. Documents. There it is.
Trainer activate. Cheat activated.
All right.
Cheat activated.
So where am I? I don't really know. Let's see.
Cheat activated.
Turn that on. Where's this? There it is. Okay. So, this is the part where I give up giving a shit. Because I don't care. I don't care anymore. This is not a game you put a platforming challenge into. Like, ever. This character can barely jump. And when you try and move, he steps forward. He does not turn in place. Watch, I'm trying to turn around. Notice how he moves at about like 3 feet, give or take. And it's like, respectfully, I get the fact that these developers are originally, well, they made platformers. So, like, it actually is very much in character for them to make something like this. But, like, this is not it. I barely, like, the jumping puzzles in, say, like, Guild Wars 2, for example, they make a lot of sense because the game is relatively fine-tuned for it and it's well-balanced and well-done. This is like shoehorning a racing segment into... I don't know, what's an easy... What's a game that has, like, weirdly shoehorned mini-games that don't belong at all? And, like, if I could quick save and quick reload... it'd be okay. Please tell me that was the end of it. Mass Effect Mako. At least with the Mako, it didn't matter much. Like, the Mako was mad easy. It was just kind of like... joke time. I'm trying to remember which games did this to me in the past. I don't have a good answer. Well, I think we're good. It's interesting that there's a supply container up here. Unless we have a fight at the top of this, at which point... God, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Why is there firewood and arrows? Sleeping dogs. No.
Paths to nowhere. Mere obstacles constraining your steps.
Like, I'm trying to think of a game that just shoehorns a dumb minigame in that's poorly balanced. It doesn't fit, but is required for progression. A lot of resources that I can't do anything with. Jack and Dexter 2. Actually, I've never played Jack and Dexter. That's very much one of those, like, someday games. Okay, so 12 lives. Oh.
This place is safe, Alice. Stay here until I come back.
Okay, for starters, we've activated that. I can search the rocket ship, apparently. Maybe? Doesn't look like it wants me to. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn out all of these off.
Deactivated. deactivated.
Okay, there we go. Because, yeah, I only... Well, that was weird. Yeah, I only had the cheats on for a platforming segment in a game that it doesn't belong in. But people bring up two decent examples. The shmup segments in Nier are pretty nuts. And I would actually also say racing in Rage. I played Rage 1 recently, actually. What is going on? It's not even letting... This is worrisome. Okay, there we go. I played Rage 1 recently. I was like, yeah, let's see how Rage is. Let's see if it's any good. And the answer was, well, the shooting was fun, but the moment they put you behind a car, it just sucked. It was not enjoyable in the slightest. And, like, I remember being pretty mad about it, because it was not well handled, honestly. I guess I should probably heal preemptively, just in case.
Don't go in there. It will kill you, Daddy.
Chin up, Ellie. Everything will work out just fine.
This cutscene should not be laggy.
Feels familiar, doesn't it, Ash?
Oh my God! Alice! Rachel! Come on! Breathe! Breathe! No! You, whatever you are, you must be up there. I know you are. I saw you that day in the pipe when I looked into the rift. If you have some power, I'm sure you do, you must give them back to me. My wife, my daughter, give them back to me.
Why are you crying, Daddy?
Alice? Rachel? What happened to you?
They're back, Ash. That's what you asked for. No.
Are you sure Mommy doesn't need her head anymore, Daddy?
I'm sure she didn't want to live like that.
Will you chop my head off too, Daddy?
This place is safe, Alice. Stay here until I come back.
I'll sing a song for Mommy. But please, Daddy, don't make me wait too long.
Hey, Daddy! Wake up! I'm hungry. And cold.
You're right, Rascal. If we want to survive, we need to keep moving. Stay here until I come back. I'll find us something to eat. And some firewood.
Oh boy, that is a creepy tongue. Curious what happens if I lose this. I also hate losing. Big time offense.
What have you done? How dare you break the pact?
Really? Mash A to win. I thought there was going to be a boss fight against, like, Mutant Child. But, like, the pacing on that was, like, great, terrible. Like, okay, the reveal was nice. I liked that. I don't know if I called that. I kind of was... It was one of those where I think I was hoping that she'd just be, like, totally normal, whatever daughter. But then, like, we get the... We have the flashback, everything. And then we're, like, embracing her. Or we're more or less ready to stab her. And he's like, no! He's gonna do it! Mash A to win! Mash A to win! We stab her. He flies out into the trash moon. It falls. And then we immediately cut to Ash just happily staring at a plant. That is just suddenly started growing. Like, it was such... What? What? Also, this game seriously did not need a survival mode. Like, what it should have had is every time you died, you get a power boost. Until you won, or something like that. But yeah, I figured the daughter was the figment of his imagination because nobody ever interacted with her for the most part. But, like, I didn't expect weird horror monster. And then we killed it within, like, a minute of it showing up, more or less. So Shadow Dude was absorbing life force and using Ash as a vessel to allow him to use his powers in the world? I guess? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an absolute amateur writer, and I'm not entirely sure. But I think I could write a better ending than that. Okay, let's workshop it. Okay, so for starters, I think a lot of these things should have been paced out. The cutscenes were actually really cool. And I feel like the reveals that, like, his family died should have actually been at the 3/4 mark. Each one of those fortresses should have actually been, like, even a dungeon or something to play and experience and whatever. And you should have, like, gone in and found, one, what the hell were they doing? Like, there's something about the space-time continuum. And then they opened a rift, and then the rift went bonkers and wrecked everything. And, like, I feel like we should have had a lot more, like, audio logs from people. Like, even to the point where the survivors could even be it. Where they're the ones that are kind of relaying things. They describe it, and you eventually find one or two people that are so far gone that, yeah, obviously you can't recruit them, but you can talk to them, and they describe in their half-corrupted state what it was like to be in Ground Zero. And then eventually you get to the point where you get to the rocket. Wait, what was the point of the rocket? So literally, if we'd started the game, turned right back around and stabbed Monster Daughter, the game would have been over. What was the point of the journey then? There was no point. That rocket? I thought we were going to launch the rocket into the trash moon to wreck him. Like, that would have made sense. That would have been cool. Like, what it should have been was, you know that final guardian? That should have been the wife. That should have been the reveal that his family was monsters. And then you're like, oh shit, gotta get back. You know, I just killed my wife, finally. But my daughter is still loose, and she's just as monstrous. She's gotta be. The rocket was an illusion. Apparently so was that plant and some other things. It's an ending with no impact. And it's like... Yeah, it was all a dream-ish. So what happens if I hit continue? Oh, okay. Let's go get stabbed by our daughter.
Don't go in there. It will kill you, Daddy.
Chin up, Allie. Everything will work out just fine.
Oh, Allie wasn't even his daughter's name. Was it? Or maybe it was, I forget.
Feels familiar, doesn't it, Ash?
Daddy's back.
Maybe it was Allie.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we go. We can skip this cutscene. I'm like, I gotta give him credit. These 2D cutscenes are really cool. I like them. We should have been collecting way more of those. Anyway. Let's not press A to win this time around. Why is she sticking her tongue out like that?
He wants to kill you.
Oh, Jesus. It just gets longer. Well, that was awkward.
What a beautiful red veil.
You're right, rascal. And now it'll endure forever.
Well. Like, I would have actually been more satisfied with that ending if they showed what his plan was, what happened. She's like, a beautiful red veil, and it's like, it'll last eternally. Yeah, but well, like, what's your end game? Are you replacing the planet with something of your own meaning, or did you just like decide to get all tentacly up and everything, and that's it? You just sit there and you're like, yup, it's all tentacles. Guess I'm gonna go play solitaire for the rest of eternity. Because I would have been freaking down if it actually showed him remaking the planet as an image, even creating things, and effectively just becoming the de facto god of a new world. Or, like, who knows what? Like, he already wrecked the world. Now he's taking it over into a tentacle thing. But, like, making the world into a tentacle being. But then what? Yeah, I guess having it go off into space and eat some other planets, like, it would be a stupid ending, but it would be better than that. Because, like, My problem with a lot of these, like, the bad endings is, like, it almost never has any, like, payoff for, like, what the villain was doing. And I realize, like, they don't actually have to come up with it, but it just feels so unsatisfying when the evil guys win in half these games, because it's just like, and then they did what? But yeah, could be the origin of the Brethren Moons, Dead Space, yeah. I don't know. These sorts of things work better in, like, Halo, for example, because there's no... well, there is kind of an intelligence guiding the Flood, but... I don't know. It just felt cheap. Also, I'm not entirely sure, but if you wanted to with this game, I bet you could just pop on a sled as soon as you get the sled, carry a whole bunch of healing items with you, you know, bring maximum bow, or not maximum bow, just a bow, and enough arrows to, like, pelt everything to death. I bet you could actually beat this game without so much as taking a single other fort, other than that final one. It'd be a pain in the ass, but, like, it's already kind of obvious that, like, almost all the enemies are beatable with even the most basic of tools. Like, earlier, we had that one person drop by and be like, yeah, the better equipment really helps, and yeah, they might be right, but, like, I probably could have beaten that with, like, T1 gear. It just would have sucked more. Beating a Crusher with T1 gear wouldn't have been fun. I want to see a speedrun of this. I wonder if they exist. I wonder if anybody would be interested. Crusher might pose an issue. No, the Crushers are not even hard. If you notice, I fought that last Crusher without even taking damage. Well, no, I took damage from the little poppers. But, like, the Crusher itself, it would just be longer, but not harder. Because it's not like your stamina pool ever goes up, ever, in this game. Looking for a write in the credits. Did I miss it or were there not any? I wasn't paying that much attention. What? There's not even a post-credit scene for that? It just fades out and that's it? Gallery. Let me see how much I've missed. Wow. Look at all these memories that I've apparently missed over the course of the game. Collectathoning fragments to get the rest of the plot for this game might not have been the best. Well, that's okay.